Well, crypto is dumping today, and I do believe it's on the FTX news. FTX might be on the verge of dumping $3.4 billion worth of crypto assets. Now, you might think, man, that's a lot. Will crypto go to zero? No, because a lot of the assets are actually concentrated in Solana. And remember, they're hiring Galaxy Digital to actually offload some of these assets. And Mike Novogratz, the head of Galaxy Digital, is heavily invested in crypto. So he's not going to dump all at once and destroy the market. So I don't think we have that much to be afraid of. That being said, let's actually review their assets. Their updated asset list is actually quite a bit bigger than what they actually had before. I think we got word of what those mysterious $1.2 billion in other assets that they actually had on other exchanges are, and those are going to have to be liquidated. Remember, they're only allowed to liquidate about 200 million at a time or per week. So it's not going to be dumped all at once. And much of the Solana coins are actually locked. But let's see what we have here. FTX is $1.2 billion worth of Solana, 560 million in BTC, 192 million in Ether, for a total of $3.4 billion in total. Of course, the 3.4 billion consists of other coins as well, but that's their major holdings. Now, let's actually look at the 560 million in BTC first, because that's actually what's going to affect the market the most. They can dump all the Solana in the world and it won't affect other coins. It will affect Solana and the other SOL coins, but it will not affect the entire market. So unless you're invested in Solana and the Solana ecosystem, that's not going to affect you. Now, 560 million in Bitcoin is still a lot, but they can only dump 200 million per week. And the thing is, like, I don't think Novogratz will even dump that much per week. I think he'd much rather dump all the other coins he can before he dumps Bitcoin, because that would affect his own investment the most. And obviously, he's going to be doing things in a way that favor himself. So, if you have like 100 million of BTC dumped in a week, that's some significant downward pressure, but it won't tank Bitcoin all that much. And he is going to have to sell significant amounts of that Bitcoin, of course, because obviously he has to pay back the creditors. I wish they would just pay the creditors back in BTC rather than in USD, but I guess that's just not how the way they're doing things for some odd reason or other. So I do think there will be significant downward pressure. Is today's sell-off due to this sell-off? No, it's not, because FTX won't get the go-ahead until Wednesday to start selling off. I think people are just pre-selling off the market in preparation for this. But you know what really happens a lot with a lot of these pre-sales? They kind of like sell the rumor and then like they buy back up the news. I think when Wednesday or Thursday hits and they see that it's not a huge effect, I think they'll actually buy back, and we'll probably be back at 26,000. Because we were doing pretty well until this whole like FTX liquidation thing hit. And I do think that is generating a lot of fear and causing somewhat of a sell-off. We're almost below $25,000, and we could sell down some more as we actually head towards this event of selling off on Wednesday. They are going to have to liquidate, and that will create some downward pressure. But I do not think that 560 million BTC over the course of several months will actually make that much difference. Now, what about the $1.2 billion in Solana? How much will that actually affect things? Well, the thing is, like, a lot of the Solana is actually locked. So yes, while it will actually affect the price of SOL, the thing is, like, I don't think it'll be so drastic. Will Solana fall past $10? Possible, because the main sell of coins is Solana. But there is a lot of doubt whether like the $1.2 billion worth of SOL will bring it down that much. Now, I have heard from rumors that they will just liquidate $128 million of it. Now, the other like 900 million or whatever, that's probably locked, and they can't sell that all at once. So I do believe that like the 128 million will probably be sold off pretty much all at once, and that will have strong negative effect on Solana, at least for a day or two while they sell it off. Remember, a lot of these coins, they are going to be selling on the OTC market, so it might actually not affect retail prices much. But if you want to even sell Solana right now and then buy back at a better price after Wednesday, that might be the play. But I do actually believe after the scare is Wednesday, there's going to be like an overall market buy after Wednesday, Thursday. By the way, that is also when the CPI comes out. So if we get a good CPI, and the scare is over Wednesday, we might actually get a revival pump, and so you might want to be really, really careful about selling out right now. But Solana, I think, is the one with the most downward potential in all of this by far. And the thing is, like, I wouldn't buy Solana right now. If I wanted to buy Solana, I would wait a couple of days. I mean, I wouldn't buy Solana altogether for myself right now, but if you want to buy, I would definitely wait a couple of days. I mean, not all 1.2 billion is actually going to be sold off. And I don't think Solana is going to drop to like $10 or less, but I definitely think there is a possibility of a significant drop where you can pick things up at a much, much cheaper price right now. So the $1.2 billion worth of SOL is something to look at. They also have Polygon Aptos, but in much smaller increments. And I don't think those coins will be affected nearly as much as SOL, or maybe the market as a whole. So I'm not too afraid of the $560 million sell-off in BTC, but I'm a little bit more afraid of the $1.2 billion worth of SOL that could be sold. But since it's only $128 million worth of actual liquidity, I'm not super, super concerned about that. So right now, that's what we have for right now in terms of reporting on what could be sold and what probably won't be sold. So I don't think if the CPI is good on Wednesday, I don't think it'll be that severe, and I think we will actually have a bounce back. There is some resistance or support around 25K right now, so we might not dump too much lower than 25K, and I do think we'll be back at 26 after Wednesday as long as the CPI holds true. I think the target's like 3.6 right now, which is obviously above what the Fed wants, but it's actually not too bad at this point. So yes, that's kind of like the sell-off news right now. And no, I don't think everything's going to be destroyed. Don't think Solana's going up under $10, but there is like a 10% chance that it does. So I would hold some if you want to buy Solana at that point. In other news, Vitalik Buterin was hacked. No, his wallet was not hacked, but his X account or Twitter account or whatever you want to call it was hacked. And people use that X account for nefarious purposes. They posted a fake celebration link, which people actually clicked on because they wanted special celebration NFTs. But what happened is they got their valuable NFTs and also their valuable crypto stolen. Almost $700,000 worth of crypto and NFTs were stolen. Some of the major Ethereum developers actually lost a lot of their CryptoPunks, which are valued at least at $76,000 or more. So I think most of the value stolen was those little crappy little JPEGs, which obviously is still a big loss if you own those crappy little JPEGs because you could have sold them for like hundreds and hundreds of Ethereum. Hopefully this makes the value of those JPEGs actually go down, but I don't actually think it will. And obviously you can't reverse the transactions, so they lost a bunch of those CryptoPunks and a bunch of those other JPEGs. This just goes to show you, even if it comes from Vitalik's account, if he's asking you to connect your Ethereum address or wallet to anything, something fishy, you shouldn't do it because it might not be coming from him. They're saying the attack might have actually been a SIM swap, but there is actually zero confirmation of that. And honestly, it could have been anything. Vitalik, it could have been an inside job, not with Vitalik himself, obviously, but definitely with like one of the guys at the phone company. Vitalik is big enough of a personality where people would specifically target him to actually, get his assets because they know he has hundreds of millions of followers. Well, not hundreds of millions, but he has like millions of followers and he has hundreds of millions of dollars in assets. So if you take over his Twitter account and you tweet something nefarious, people will indeed click on it. So I think they're still researching that. If it is an inside job, I hope those people get found and they get arrested. I highly doubt it's Vitalik himself. He's rich enough where why would he actually do that? And that would completely clobber his own reputation, even more than it's been clobbered recently with all the fiascos going on. Does it hurt Ethereum? No, because the Ethereum blockchain wasn't actually hacked, and it actually had nothing to do with Ethereum or Ethereum projects. It's just like, his Twitter account got hacked. And these things will actually happen. Vitalik obviously did not fall for a phishing scheme, but he either got SIM swapped or there was an inside job that let someone actually have access to his Twitter account. He's restoring access to it right now. And his dad actually did tweet that his account actually got hacked. So, yeah, don't click on any links given to you supposedly by Vitalik Buterin, or you might just lose all your money. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.